guys, welcome everyone. We'll start our lesson 2. Today lesson will go through LO2 learning outcome 2. As you know me, my name is Anjum Sattar. If you have any question, please drop me email anjum@ukversity.co.uk. So today lesson will be focused on understand how the leadership influence individual, team, and organization. So indicative content, what we'll go through what is meant by team, different types of team, virtual team, operational teams, group values, norm. We'll discuss about different model of team as well. Belgian team role. We'll go through the Tuckman, forming, norming, storming, and performing the different stages of team building. And we'll go through the Belgian and we'll look around the team. Well, okay, so what is a team? One of the great scholar Henry Ford and the founder of Ford Motor said and well mentioned, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. So coming together is a beginning, it's a start, it's a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. So we will be succeed if we work in team and the team will accelerate. So together everyone achieve more. A team is defined as a group of people who perform interdependent tasks to accomplish a common mission or the specific objective. The individual compressing a team is ideally should have a common goals, common objective, and more or less, thinking on the same line. They have a same direction, they have a same vision, they have same we can say mindset. Yes, so they have a similar, not uh, some interest in thought, the processes, attitude, and perception, and like so team. So what is a group? Like group is basically an assemble large of people. It can understood as a collection of individuals, two or more, who come together and interact with each other as they achieve the objective of the organization. These are the foundation of. But normally they differentiate the key team and the group. Group normally don't have a clear goal and objective. So characteristic of a group: size, goals, norm, structure, roles, interaction, and collectively identity that can be part of group and team, which we can interchangeably use. In type of group can be formal group, which is that are formed consciously by the management with the aims to be serving an organization. Informal group, that's like smoking group. Yes, we get together smoke. So that's like social and psychological variables operating at workplace result in the formation of informal group. The creation of these groups spontaneous due to the common interests, social need, physical proximity, and the mutual attraction. That is quite crucial, which we can look at. Okay, let's play. Next, we look at the reason for group formation, personal characteristic, opportunity, interaction, and interest in the goal. These can be key objective we can set up. So individual with a similar belief, attitudes, and the values are likely to be formed group. Employees of the organization are given opportunity to interact with another, and they find they have many things similar and also create a group. Interest and goal: when individuals share common interests and goals is required the cooperation and coordination for its achievement, and also result is formation of group. Influence: this is also last but not least, the group have influence, power, and compared with the individual who also promote its information. So first 2.1, critically compare the relationship between the leaders of work group and the leader of the team. Although title, there are the difference between the group and the team, and typically the team are assembled and the goals are trying to obtain. So group versus team, the word group and the teams are most part of interchangeable, and least most of the people use them this way. But the difference between the group and the team, for example, if you have a football team, not the football group, and we have a special interest group, not special interestee. So while different subtitle which we can, and indeed different, we need to be understand those differences. The main difference of the team is the spirit or the focus depend on the commonalities and the purpose of it, the common goals, yes, connected one another, of course, achieving the objective, willingness, and carry the focus. And while the difference made, and the group is the number of individual forming a unit are the reason at the course, and the team is a collection accomplish the people coming together, the common goals with need to be accomplished. So we can look around, the difference is more profound when take the step further and look work group and work team. Okay, we can work team as a member who has independently specifically the common goal and produce end result their businesses. Work group is two or more individuals who are interdependent in their accomplishment and may or may not work same department. So these, which we can look around the difference between the team and the group, and these are the key. The leader act a facilitator, the member active participation, discussion, eventual outcome. The team member decide, on the disbursement of the work. But the group leader dominant and control group, and the leader is apparently and will conduct the meeting, and leaders usually assign work to the member. So we can look around the differences in the team and the group. The group strong focus on the leaders, the team, they are some sharing leadership. Accountability in individual accountability, both individual and mutual, and the purpose identified to the organization mission, work towards work product. So these are the key differences between the team and the group. Anyone, any question, please? We can look around effectiveness, individual through their influence on other, direct assessment of collective work, work style, group, discuss, delegate, and then do the work individually, and the team discuss, decide, delegate, and do work. Okay, when you work alone, in group or in teams with the simple task or the problem, when the cooperation is sufficient, when the minimized is required, when hard decision is needed, when competencies are required, when the members are interested, and these are the key differences which we can look around. For highly complex tasks, when decision is consensus essential, there is a high level of choice and certainty. High commitment is needed in a team. So these are the crucial, which we working toward the common goal, common objective as a team. Okay, so one way approaching their, this is the consider the type of the task and perform individual routines, strategic degree of the performance. We measure the performance lifetime throughout, and depending, we look the skills, ability required, autonomy, and influence. All this we need to be look around in the team, and so just the possible type of the problem relating and how already known and understood, and what extent already the situation, this problem. So we can look around unknown problem, unknown problem, unknown solution, and this model positive problem types these be, and we can provide the solution. So it's quite good to be need problem solving teams, need tactical teams with the role of clarity, need the creative team with the freedom, and need the problem finding team. So these are all the types which we can used to enhance the performance in the organization. We have a lot of different team building model. One of the great scholar Tuckman gave the model this in 1977. Is forming the first stage, the pre-team stage, where the people are still working as an individual. Then is the storming the stage conflict. Many teams need to be go through to achieve their potential. During this stage, the team becomes more aggressive, challenging, previously agreed taken for the granted rules and restriction. Norming is the consolidation phase with the teamwork toward the resources and apply the task, and then the performing optimal stage work and strive to be better, concentrate and development of team and individual and the task is a hand. Then we can, after completing the task, team can be adjourned stage, which can late by the given by the took. Okay, working in the teamwork play essential role in improving efficiencies, implies eventually benefiting organizations yielding higher profit. The teamwork leads to the proper delegation of the responsibility per implies expertise, skill set, and the knowledge. Implies are supposed to be do what they can do. We can look around the reasons, teamwork, efficient work, teamwork, self-monitor, teamwork, innovative, faster. Teammates need to learn from each other. Teamwork can be create healthy competition. Teamwork promotes strong working relationship. We have a model called GPRI model, which is G stand for goals. So team have a clear objective. Team have a clear role and responsibilities. The third team have a clear procedures how will run the business and delegate the task. Is not limited interpersonal relation, which is the crucial in the team members develop the relationship which is one another based on the trust, good communication, and adaptability. So these are ultimately when we do these, it leads to the high performance. Tuckman and FSN, which is forming, storming, norming, and performing model, which we just mentioned earlier. We can look around different stages and we can move to the agile. So we can start with the forming, storming, norming, perform, and agile. Okay, then we have a lot of other authors gave Smith models, Douglas models, and various other models about the team. Team is a small group of people, complementary skills who committed to the common purposes and performance goal. And we can look around approaches for are mutually accountable. Working groups, we can persuade teams, team members, yes, operating teams, potential teams, we need to be look around as a human being, and the real team are the accomplished to share goal and high performance. The member beyond go work together and dedicated towards each other. And following are the team effectiveness factors, which can side triangle skills is really matters. Problem solving, technical, interpersonal accountability. There should be mutual accountability, individual accountability when it comes to the group project. Commitment, dedication to work, more likely everyone in the team engage and focus the group structure. Okay, approaches to the understand the organization culture. Please, when you want to be, we have a different model of culture. Culture means the norms, value. There is a model called cultural web, handy culture, Hofstede culture, Edgar second culture, and we have these model, Gary and Johnson and Scholl model of culture. So please, it's quite good to be. We can look around these models, yeah, and norms, symbol, shade, size, technology, diversity, age, influence, and then we can look around different dimension like the individualism, collectivism, and all. At Carson, which is belief that's the most difficult organization attribute to change its output product and the severely. So we can look around the culture standpoint observer describe the organization culture artifacts, which is organization attributes, and seen and felt and heard, uninitiated observers, and include the facilities, offices, and all, so which we need to be ultimately expose values we can profess, the culture of members, and we can look around slogan, missions, and basic underlying exemption, unseen, not consciously, everyday interaction between the organization member and people with experience understand the deepest level of organization cultures. Okay, great. We have a Hofstadter working in IBM, who conducted research in more than 50 countries and gave various dimensions. So, oriented versus the goal oriented, internal driven versus external driven, easygoing versus strict, local versus professional, open system versus. So, these are, we can use it extent to which the goals and the means and work which we can externally driven the culture which is more problematic and focus on primary meeting customer requirement, easy stricter cultures run high level of discipline and control, and the culture towards more improvians and local versus professional. So we need to be look around, associate with the group and the people, and ultimately we want to be achieve the objective which is crucial. Open system versus closed system to extend, the newcomer are accept and differences are welcome, and implies oriented versus work oriented. And then we given the Chal Handy different, the power cultures. Power culture is concentrated among the few and control the communication emphasis, which we can look around. And power culture is the few roles, little bureaucracy, and decision making can be swift. We can role culture. The authority is clearly delegated to the high defined structures such as organization typical are bureaucracies where the power derived from person position, or we can look around embedded into, like if you have previous qualification and all, and we can look around those. The task culture, the team is profound to strive, the particular problem with the powers and all. And personal culture, the individual cultures, like the who was the founder is quite commonly, and we can become a dominant in the organization and network contractual relationship. Then we have Gary Jones and all other. They gave the cultural web is like a web. We can look around the power culture, symbol, organization structures, control system, regulations, rituals, and stories. All this need to be in the cultural web. Past and the present events. We can look around the daily behaviors, actions. We can look around the organization structure, role and responsibility. We can look around the control mechanisms, financial code, controlity system, and record and power structure, who is the power is being delegated, and which leadership style is the crucial. Okay, work and teams, as we mentioned earlier, strong focus on the leaders, individual accountability in the team shared. So that's the difference between the team and the group which we need to be focused. And then we can look at anyone, any question, please? Guys, any question from anyone? Yes, yes, no, no. Okay, then we have next, 2.2, difference between influence of leader on the group and the team, and the formal and informal group. So we can look around formal group are created by the organization. The purpose they complete specific tasks are known as a formal group. Informal is created by the employees themselves and for their own sake, which is known as the informal. We can look around formations deliberately and voluntary. The size is large and comparable. Life is depend on the type of the group, depends on the members, structures is well defined. We can look around interpersonal importance to the given situation. We have
positions, we have to look around professions and professionals, and we can look around the communications. Okay, key differences between informal and formal, as we mentioned earlier. So the group, the formed by the management of organization for a complete specific task are known as a formal group, and the formal group by imply themselves as per like previously are known as the informal. So formal group is deliberately created by the organization, where informal is the establishment of voluntary, where formal group are the big size, and the size is compared to the informal, moreover, and can be subgroup and single. So please, we can look around these, the key points which we can formal, informal group, and we can focus their key characteristic, and we can create, more formal groups. Trusting on themes which we can trust, is crucial because to achieve any objective, admit, the weaknesses and the mistake and ask help, accept the questions, untrusting, cancel their weaknesses and mistake from another. So we have a lot of, untrust and trust, which we need to be more focused on the trust, the point we need to be whole and we need to judge. Then we have 2.3. Critically evaluate the characteristic and effective group and the team. Belgian gave the team role, which is very popular authors, British authors, and he mentioned various roles: shopper, coordinator, plant, resource, invigilators, monitors, evaluators, special place team workers, implementer, completer, and finishing. So you always have one of your role at least within a team. You can be evaluator, you can be a commentator, you can be a starter. So tendency of the managers to carry out the correctly perceive the weaknesses and do and allow the area of development and always focus, what's supposed to be the team supposed to be achieved. The point is the accomplish the improvement and should be kept, the balance and manage around the weakness, which we not use the word weakness, we can say area of development. We have to look around and continues developing. Okay, we have these are the well-being team roles. Sharper is quite challenging, dynamic persons. Yeah, have implemented, which is more disciplined, implement the thing, complete is try to be complete the task within the required specification, coordinate, and share within the team and the team versus work, coordinate and resource investigator, quite in powerful, enthusiastic communication and plan, which is creative, imaginative, and monitors strategic and looking see all possible option and specialist, single mind which we can expertise in a certain area. Using these example, pick or your own organization and relate the situation where ask, and the team members have 9 members role identities individual with the Belgian team role, which we can and with other Belgian inventories, which we'll go through at some point. Any question, please, from anyone? Okay, so today lesson we cover our LO2 and the next lesson we'll go through LO3. Thanks for attending and I hope I'll speak you and please all the resources separately available, document and all. And if you want to go through the team building model further, you can find which we discuss team building model cap plan. Yes, and you can find a lot of stuff. Thanks for attending and have a nice weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.